Hey, it's Monday. It's January 26th, and good morning. Welcome to Trending on Shaw. Kate, Phoenix, and a whole bunch of fantastic ladies are joining us this morning as our panelists, including Donna Carson, personal bankruptcy trustee. Great to have you here this morning, Donna.
Thank you.
Also, Donna Dorota
Olkowska.
Olkowska.
Yes.
All right.
There you got
Olkowska.
it. Yes.
Senior consultant and trainer of the Potential Project, and of course we have Amber Romaniuk.
Yes.
Yay! Who has a new magazine, which we're going to chat about in a few moments. It's called Amber Approved. Thank you, ladies, for being here this morning. Some fun conversation. Let's keep it going.
Very lots of things happening this morning. A lot of things happening in the sports world today, isn't there?
Who's that guy? That hockey player guy? That really famous hockey player guy? Maybe, you know what, before we say who it is, take a look at this picture and tell me whether or not you know who that guy is. Here, take a look. We've got it on our iPad. Let's pull it up here, guys. And you should be able to see it. Who is this guy? Can you pull it up for me, guys? It's a gentleman.
Phoenix.
Okay, no worries, we can't get it.
He's got more hair than Phoenix does. He's a grandpa now.
He's a grandpa.
Now.
His daughter's name is Paulina.
Are we getting there? Happy birthday, Mr. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Wayne Gretzky, 54 years old today. Donna, you were saying that you watched him in the heyday.
I did.
With the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
Fun to watch, hey?
Fun to watch. I remember the first time I saw him play, my dad and I went, and I think he got 5 points that night, if I recall. But honestly, at the end of the game, I was like, but in hindsight, because I was 13 years old, I think.
You didn't realize.
I didn't realize. He just made it look so easy.
Yeah. Ladies, did you follow any of the Edmonton? I mean, we're Calgarians. I get that, the Flames, but really.
You're an Oilers fan.
Yeah, I'm from the Edmonton area, so I was always a fan even when he went to LA, and people were like, well, how's your favorite player if he plays for the Kings? Well, because he's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Some great numbers for this gentleman. Holds or shares 61 records. Also 40 for the regular season, 15 for the Stanley Cup playoffs, and 6 for the All-Star game as well too. This guy in one All-Star game scored 5 goals. I mean, just on and on and on. And a lot of people say there may never be a player like this. They'll come close, but never like a Wayne Gretzky.
Are his records just too high?
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now some of them come close, but understand what this guy did. He actually changed. I know I'm a little bit of geekiness here, but he actually changed a lot of what happens in hockey. And we don't really appreciate some of the things, like you were saying, Donna, until afterwards, right? But happy birthday to 54-year-old Wayne Gretzky, who's celebrating a birthday today. I know you might be a Flames fan, but you still have to appreciate what this guy does and has done for hockey. Yeah.
And you also have to appreciate Milos Raonic for his big feat over the weekend. He's advanced to the quarterfinals at in the Melbourne final. So congratulations to him. He's the first Canadian man to do that in 50 years.
Wow.
What is happening with tennis? Does anybody play tennis here? Dorota?
No, sorry, no tennis for me.
Amber,
a little bit, just like
dabble
just
in
learning.
it?
Yep, dabble in it. It's fun. It's a good workout.
It's a great workout.
Yeah.
Actually, I love tennis. Actually, when I was going through college, I actually was a tennis instructor.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun.
Did you watch the match over the weekend?
I saw parts of it. Yeah. But Eugenie Bouchard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she lost.
Did she?
But we have this resurgence all of a sudden. There's the coaching, the training.
It's thanks to those two, especially.
Who really lofted us. I mean, there's been we've had some Davis Cup successes as well too. So again, nobody's really a big follower of tennis, but
I'm going to ask a question that I'm sure a lot of your viewers have, and that is, do you have a picture of yourself as a tennis player?
Can you dig that out for us?
Actually, I do, and it's with hair. But for some reason, our iPad doesn't seem to be working here, so I'll have to save it for a
Maybe
later
tomorrow.
time.
You can dig it out tonight and bring it out for tomorrow.
But the way that athletes are being trained today, whether it be tennis, whether it be hockey, is unbelievable. I mean, I've got a couple of kids of my own, and the pressure as a parent to make sure that your kid gets to be successful is unbelievable. Because the information out there, the training that's available now, it's crazy.
Yeah. And expensive.
Very expensive.
Boy, that's an understatement too. Well, see, with tennis, all you need is just one of those rackets and a few balls. You're ready to go.
And a court in Calgary, preferably an indoor court.
That's not covered in snow.
Yeah, or you'll have to be doing some shoveling.
Yeah,
Although
I
you probably could have played over the weekend.
I actually was thinking about it. In fact, it might even do it tonight.
Go play tennis?
Wow.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, yeah,
Isn't this
completely.
crazy? Again, we talked earlier about the crazy weather that we're having. There was a moment that we were sitting around our fire pit yesterday afternoon, and I said, well, let's see, you guys will be finished school soon, and my kids looked over and said, Dad, that's not till June. I went, wait a minute, what month are we in?
We're in the middle of winter.
I know.
true.
You hear those birds chirping, and it totally feels like spring. So yeah, completely understandable.
Do you find people's energy and moods are changing?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. We are much happier and funnier and more
birds are chirping.
energized. Yeah, it's lovely.
Well, we've talked about decisions that you've got to make in your world because of the changing economic situation, how you can focus your mind somewhere.
Yep.
This young lady takes it one step further.
She's taken it to our nutrition and our health, overall well-being. This is Amber Romaniuk, and from Amber Approved. Cookbook, author,
Show this off.
blogger. What else can we put you under?
Holistic nutritionist, magazine, coach,
Yeah.
Essentially, helping people to eat mindfully and see what they're eating. Is stress triggering them to eat? Is the weighing themselves triggering them to eat? Do they have digestive issues, sugar cravings, all sorts of different things? So I'm really looking at what they're dealing with in their lives and what's fueling their behaviors around their food and what they're eating, and then what are their goals. So I'll often ask my clients or anyone out there, what is your goal, and does what you're eating or the way that you're behaving around food and your stress levels align with the choices you're making that you're trying to, reach your goals?
Because there is a connection.
Oh, completely. So if someone, say, has a weight loss goal, or they want to run or do an Ironman, or has a massive goal, and they're going through McDonald's drive-thru every day, I want them to ask themselves, does this align with my future goal? And 80% of the time, hopefully that's a no. And 20% of the time, we have to have some leeway because it's not about perfection. But always ask people to ask themselves that question.
And so recently you had your Smash the Scale event to start off the new year.
Yes.
How many people did you come in to smash their scale?
I'd say there was
What a great idea.
at least a good 15 to 20 that came in. And we had all sorts of really cool things. I set things off with using my sludge and my hammer. And then we had somebody,
wow.
we had a trainer take about a 150-pound boulder and drop it on his scale. We had another trainer take and deadlift over 400 pounds and drop it on 2 different scales over and over. And lots of different clients coming in to smash scales. So it was a lot of fun, because really the message I want to spread to everybody is this one number on this scale is not accurate, and a lot of people allow it to dictate how they should feel. So they don't see the number they want to see. They think, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to have a good day because I'm not feeling healthy or I'm not feeling happy.
That's what's so great about Amber as well, too, ladies, that I'm discovering, is that she takes it one step further. Yes, put in the right foods, the proper foods, but she takes it one step further, and I'm sure you two are both encouraged by what she's saying, too. It's also a mental state of mind.
Very much. And it's so very much aligned with what it is that I speak to around mindfulness. This is definitely a part of what it is that you do. Speaking about busyness, a lot of us, myself included, can sometimes get so busy that we are lost around what it is that we're actually doing in the moment. And all of a sudden, I have had this happen, not recently, but I have had this happen where all of a sudden I'm working and I see, a box of crackers beside me that's empty. And I go, how did this even happen? I don't even recall eating these because I was so focused on something else that I wasn't actually mindful of what I was eating, and I was stress eating.
Are we focused on the wrong things? I seem to get that message as well, too.
Yeah, so a lot of people think it's all about eating less and exercising way more. So if I eat a burger today, I'll just go to the gym for an extra hour and work it off, or things like that. And so we're focused on the wrong things. There's a lot of factors that play into losing weight and being healthy that are outside of food. Yes, it's very important, but if we're not sleeping enough, that can cause us to gain weight really easily. If our stress levels are high, that interferes with our hormones, which can cause us to gain weight or stay the same weight really easily.
People are stressed about
exactly with finances, and then people, that'll trigger them to eat, or they'll be too busy, and that's a huge trigger to make people eat. I'm often helping people to identify what is triggering you to eat outside of physical hunger, and there's dozens of triggers, dozens. It's not just I have no willpower, I can't say no to this food. It's more often than not many things fueling a fire of that. So that's where the Smash the Scale campaign is great for people that no longer want to let a number dictate their happiness. Some people have no problem with it, but I find a lot of people obsessed with the number, and it's usually a number from the past. And we're in the present, right? So let's focus on being happy in the present, and what are the steps we can make in the future to be healthy. And go by the way your clothes feel, and you know, things like that, and how much energy you have versus this number is not what I want to see today, and so it can really let us down if we let it. So
it's like shocking our system. You almost have to say to yourself, wait a minute, hold on, this is taking control of my life, this is taking control of my world, and it's almost like we need to be shocked every now and then and say, smarten up.
So quickly, how do we get started quickly?
To eat well?
Yeah.
Okay, so set a realistic goal. People say, okay, as of January 1st, this is my goal. A lot of them are not realistic. Saying you want to lose 40 pounds in a month, not a realistic goal. I'd say maybe start with 5 or 6 and see how your body gauges. Drink more water. I'm always talking about this. Get enough sleep. Get your 7 to 8 hours. That's also really important. If we're going to bed after 11 p.m., that's a really important time for our hormones to calm down. And so if we're up until 1 or 2 in the morning, that's our vital hormone balance time. So we're not able to relax as much as we need to. And then making sure you're getting enough good quality fruits and vegetables, good quality proteins, and that you're also allowing and giving yourself permission to also enjoy some indulgence as well, because we cannot just be on this very rigid diet. One day we're going to get triggered somehow, whether it's money, being too busy, not enough sleep, and then we'll reach for the foods that we're not supposed to have. And then it can just get us into a vicious cycle of emotional eating.
Yeah, you also have some recipes in here as well.
Yeah, there's tons of recipes in the magazine as well as on my website. So they're all gluten-free, dairy-free, no refined sugar. So they're safe for a lot of people, and they're fun, and they're different, and a lot of great articles. Talking about stress and sugar and eating and how there's a cascade of effects with our bodies. So get rid of the scale and start going by how you feel.
Look at you. Amber, so great to have you.
Do you still teach, or do they still teach, like the 80-20 rule? Eat healthy and well 80% of the time, and 20% cut yourself some slack?
I think that's a really mindful approach, and it is taught a lot, because if we're aiming for perfection, and I went through this so many times, I have to eat perfect, and if I didn't, I was so hard on myself, and then I'd fall back in. So I think it's important to give ourselves some leeway, or pick a healthier treat. There's lots of stores and natural markets and lots of food blogs now catering to healthier options. So I think we can still indulge, but maybe cut the refined sugar and use raw honey or coconut sugar instead, and making those options
Smarter
instead.
choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great. We'll have to have you back, Amber.
Yes.
We've hit on
Sure.
something that we all wanted to continue talking